Just gonna get a copy. I have another word here. It was requested by someone who made a comment if I ever did the word will or willing. So I did look it up in the keyword concordance, and there's like a ton of scripture in different categories of the word willing, like Christ, Paul, different sections of that word for the scriptures. So what I'm going to do is bring out the word will for our Apostle Paul and what it has there for the scriptures. I might do a second part to this. I'll see. But there is, like I said, a lot of scripture. So we're just going to break it down. And for now, I'll just do this part here. I'm doing it in my office mostly because it's just been really cold out, and I don't mind sitting here in my office and sharing with you these words. I guess, a few videos ago I was down in the dumps and pretty much stressed out. But that's all part of the experience as God gives it to us. So you go through what you go through. For me, it's just the living thing. I guess the daily grind and the frustration of this eon, all of it. And we all have it. As members of the body, we know that our time is short here, and it gets pretty intense sometimes, to say the least. But here's that word willing, or will and willing. And you got the great there, Thelo. I think there's another one, Themelios, I believe, for this word. The concordant definition: form a decision, choice, or purpose, idiomatically want or would. As will is also used to indicate the future, and as it cannot stand before an infinite, and willing denotes compliance, the renderings of will must be highly idiomatic. All right, from the concordant scripture under the subsection Paul, we have 1 Corinthians 4:19. Yet I shall be coming to you swiftly, if ever the Lord should be willing. And I will know not the word of those who are puffed up, but the power. Romans 7:15. For what I am effecting I know not, for not what I will, this I am putting into practice. But what I am hating, this I am doing. A lot of these experiences Paul had, there goes my phone, are relatable to us today. These human experiences, what we go through, and what God puts us through, it's a necessary experience, and we can relate to all of these as a human being. Romans 7:16 through 21. Now, if what I am not willing, this I am doing, I am conceding that the law is ideal. Yet now it is no longer I who am affecting it, but sin making its home in me. For I am aware that good is not making its home in me, that is in my flesh. For to will is lying beside me, yet to be affecting the ideal is not. For it is not the good that I will, that I am doing. But the evil that I am not willing, this I am putting into practice. Now if what I am not willing, this I am doing, is no longer I who am effecting it, but sin, missing out the mark, which is making its home in me. Consequently, I am finding that the law that at my willing to be doing the ideal, the evil is lying beside me. Romans 11:25. For I am not willing for you to be ignorant of this secret, brethren, lest you may be passing for prudent among yourselves. The callousness in part on Israel it has come, until the complement of the nations may be entering. Romans 9:18. Consequently then, to whom he will, he is merciful. Yet to whom he will, he is hardening. 1 Corinthians 7:36. Now if anyone is inferring it to be indecent for his virgin if she should be over her meridian, and thus it ought to occur. What he will, let him do. He is not sinning, let him marry. Just give me a second, I'm going to close this door. There we go. All right. Romans 7:39. A wife is bound by law for whatever time her husband is living. Yet if the husband should be reposing, she is free to be married, to whom she will, only in the Lord. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. For even when we were with you, we gave this charge to you, that if anyone is not willing to work, neither let him eat. 1 Corinthians 12:18. Yet now God placed the members, this is beautiful over here, yet God placed the members, each one of them, in the body according as he wills. I love that. It is his placement. It is his calling. It is his choosing. 1 Corinthians 15:38. Yet God is giving it a body according as he wills, and each of the seeds its own body. 2 Corinthians 8:10 and 11. And in this I am giving an opinion. For this is expedient for you, who for a year past undertake before, not only the doing, but the willing also. Yet now complete the doing also, so that even as the eagerness to will, thus also may be the completion out of what you have. Amazing. Philippians 2:13. For it is God who is operating in you to will as well as to work for the sake of his delight. Colossians 1:27. To whom God wills, he makes known what are the glorious riches of this secret among the nations, which is Christ among you, the expectation of glory. And the final one here, 1 Timothy 2:4. Beautiful passage of scripture, we all know it well, who wills that all mankind be saved and come into a realization of the truth.